today I've got another pickup video for you. Lots of stuff to show you guys. Mostly games. There's really not that many systems here, but I have a lot of stuff here that is already sold on eBay, so I need to do the pickup video and get it out there. And this was actually filmed before the room tour, but I had promised that it'd be the next video after the contest drawing, so I held off on posting it until now. But just so you guys know, this was filmed on November 30th. But I have stuff from Craigslist, from Target, from the pawn shop, from the GameStop dumpster, and I have 2 packages from YouTubers. So first up, I guess I'll show you guys the stuff that I got from the GameStop dumpster. And I went twice, I think, 2 or 3 times to show the stuff here. And let's just jump into it. First up, found some DS cases. Found a Pokemon Black one, 2 Pokemon Conquests, and a Barbie one. And they have manuals and everything, just no cartridges, of course. Then I found 3 of these Call of Duty Black Ops lanyards. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I should say. Got 3 of them there. Next up, I found Monster Madness Battle for Suburbia, and the disc is actually in here, and usually when I find discs, they're cracked. This one is not cracked at all, but it does have a ring scratch, but it'll probably work after getting it resurfaced. I don't know how much it's worth. I'm going to take it with me to Vancouver, because the only place that resurfaces discs here is like $5 a disc, and that's way too much. You can get it at Movie Movers for $2, so I might take that with me there. Next, I found a Wii box, but I was already getting some other stuff, and the box wasn't in the best shape, but I opened it. I got all the paperwork from it, and it was I already have the box as well. That's another reason why I didn't take it. It's the black one that comes with Mario Kart, and this was in there, the black Wii wheel, and it's still new. It still has this little covering on there, which is very cool. I didn't have this one for the box I have, and I don't even have the system in there yet, but there's a piece I needed, so that was cool to find. Then I found 3 Game Informer magazines. Nothing special, but my subscription has long stopped because I didn't renew my GameStop card. So I haven't been getting them, so those are all new. Then I found some Wii U stuff. I found some like case inserts to promote games. I found 2 of these Lego City ones. I found a bunch of these Epic Mickey 2 ones. There's a whole bunch here. And then I found a bunch that were in the cases. And these are just promotional inserts. There's no games, no manuals, anything like that. But still pretty cool. I have Ninja Gaiden 3, Zombie U, Rabbids Land, Tekken, Scribblenauts, Rise of the Guardians, Your Shape Fitness, 2 Epic Mickeys, 2 Batmans, another Scribblenauts, The Avengers, FIFA 13, Zombie U, 2 Assassin's Creed 3s, Ninja Gaiden, 2 more of those, Just Dance 4, 3 Nintendo Lands, 3 Sing Parties, Rayman Legends, and another Lego City. So I thought those are pretty cool. You know, they're just GameStop cases with little inserts, but you know, they might be cool in like 20 years. You never know. And then the last thing that I got from the GameStop dumpster are, actually there's 2 more things here. I found 2 Xbox 360 cases, just an empty one, and then this one is Beautiful Katamari with the manual. But then the last thing I found are some original Xbox games. And as you guys know, GameStop doesn't sell them anymore. So what I think happened is that someone brought them in trying to trade them in. They told them that they didn't accept them, and the person just decided to throw them away. So there's actually some decent games here. Most of them are complete. So first up is Splinter Cell. And like I said, the discs are in there. They're not too scratched either, some of them. Max Payne. Madden 2003. The only one that's really scratched at all is the best one, unfortunately. Dynasty Warriors 4. Then the best two, Fable. And the best one, which unfortunately is the only disc-only game, and it's the only one that's really scratched, but that is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So, I'll probably take that one with me as well to Vancouver and get that resurfaced, because it is very scratched. But, pretty cool stuff to find in the GameStop dumpster. And, there was also 2 other things that you guys saw in my room tour that I picked up the same day I got all those Wii cases. The Wii U standee that you guys saw in my room tour was picked up that same day, and also the Skylanders shelf standee thing was picked up the same day. So, next up, I actually have some stuff from Subway, and you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? But, went to Subway, and this is kind of video game related, but it's more movie related. But they had these things set up on the tables for Wreck-It Ralph, and I took one of them, and they're just like a cardboard thing. I unfolded it, but this is what it looks like. It folds into like a triangle like this, and they set it on the tables. But this side has an advertisement for Wreck-It Ralph, and they had a bunch of them sitting everywhere, so I just took one. And then they also have these little bags for Wreck-It Ralph, and you get this free when you get like a kid's meal, or you can just buy the bag for $1, which is what I did. And, you know, I'm not really collecting Wreck-It Ralph stuff, but I thought it was just kind of cool. And it is kind of video game related. Next up is a package from Orlando. I talk about him all the time. You guys probably know who he is by now. And he was sending me payment for some Sega stuff that he was buying. And we also did like a trade. We swapped PS1 games, and he sent me Tale of the Sun, which is a pretty rare PS1 game. The case is broken, but it is complete, and a very cool addition to my collection. I didn't have this game, so thank you, Orlando. I definitely appreciate it. I haven't played it. I've actually never had a copy of this game before, so I'm happy to have it. Pretty uncommon. Next, I'll show you some stuff that I actually got from GameStop. I actually went inside and bought 4 Wii games, and the total for these 4 games was like $12, I think. So it really wasn't that much, but they're all complete, and I didn't have any of them. So first up is Mad World. Then we have Shaun White Snowboarding Road Trip, and this is actually the Target limited edition. And I didn't even notice that till just now, but that's pretty cool. Then we have Spyborgs and Spray, which actually looks pretty cool. But they were like under $3 each, and then with tax, you know, it came to like $12 for the 4 of them, which is a pretty good deal for complete Wii games, I think, especially for ones I didn't have. Not a bad price to add 4 new games to the collection. Next up is a small Craigslist deal I did. It's a copy of Pokemon Crystal. Obviously no label there, but it does save. And I picked this up for $12. I should be able to sell it for about $25. Let's see. Next up, this comes from Target. And this is in the clearance section. And I've wanted one of these for a while. There's another big bundle like this that I've wanted to get, but I don't want to pay the price that everyone's asking for it. But this is brand new. It was on clearance for $25, and that is Wii Play Motion in the oversized box with the Wii Motion Plus controller and the game. Still sealed. It's got the sticker here, which you probably can't see, and the sticker here. There's the price tag there. It was $25. I thought it was a decent deal. Target still sells the Wii remotes for $33 when they're on sale. I think that was their Black Friday sale. They were $33. So for $25, I get a controller and a game. Not a bad deal. Even though the controllers aren't really worth that much anymore, I still think it was a decent deal. I'm just going to keep that one sealed. Let's see. Here's another Craigslist deal that I did. Picked up 3 Wii games for 20 bucks total. First up is 2 copies of Wii Sports and a copy of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And so far, I've sold these. I still have 1 more Wii Sports left, but I sold New Super Mario Bros. For 30, and I sold Wii Sports for 15. So I should be able to get 15 for the other Wii Sports, and that's a pretty decent profit. I didn't haggle the guy at all. I asked him how much he wanted for the 3 games. He told me 20 bucks, and I said deal, so pretty good right there. This is another Craigslist deal that I did. Actually, this isn't a Craigslist deal, now that I'm thinking about it. I have a physical wanted ad that I've talked about before that I posted up at the bulletin board by the mailboxes at my apartment. And I've had a few calls on it before. I've done 1 deal before from it, and this is my second one that I did. And I picked this up the other night, and it is a Game Boy Advance SP. It's a red one here. It's really scratched up. Stickers removed on the back and everything. But it does work, and it's not in bad shape. There it is. Needs to be charged, but screen's pretty good. That came with the charger, and it also came with a link cable and the cable to connect it to the GameCube, and it also came with a Game Shark, which is really cool. And I paid $25. I paid 20, not 25. I paid $15 for the SP with the paperwork, or not with the cords, I mean. And then I paid $5 for the Game Shark, which you can usually sell for about 15 or 20, which is pretty good. And then they also had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, which they couldn't find, and I had offered them 25 for everything. No, I had offered them. Yeah, I had offered them 25 for everything. They couldn't find the game, so they said 20, and I thought that was a pretty good deal, so picked that up. I'll show you this next. Another Craigslist deal. Been doing a lot of them. This one was a couple days ago now, and how much was this? This was $55, I believe, for everything. So first up, Super Mario Bros. 2 for the NES. Comes with the instruction manual and a dust sleeve. I already sold this for $15. Next up, from my collection is some boxed printer paper for the Game Boy. Next up, we have a Game Shark for the Game Boy and Game Boy Pocket, and that came with the instruction manual. And I have this on eBay for around $15, but it hasn't sold yet. Next up, Pokemon Red version with a plastic case. I'll be keeping the plastic case because all my Game Boy games have them. I store the games separate from the boxes. And Pokemon Red, I believe, has already sold for about 20. Then we have a purple Game Boy Color, which has already sold for 20. A blue Game Boy Pocket, which has already sold for about 17. And then we have 3 complete Game Boy games. And the first one here, I'm giving to non-tubers as part of like a Christmas present. He already knows though, so no surprises there for him. But that is Pokemon Trading Card Game. And then 2 games that I'm keeping. First for the original Game Boy is Rugrats the Movie. And then for the Game Boy Color, we have Rugrats Time Travelers. So pretty cool. Usually people don't have box games when they contact me from Craigslist, but still very cool. And I have 3 more bundles here to show you guys. Start with this one. This is the only, besides the Game Boys, this is the only system that I picked up for this video. But I got another Nintendo 64 with a regular jumper pack there. No expansion pack, unfortunately, but there's that. Came with both cords, which I'm not going to show you, and 4 controllers, which I won't show you. There's 3 gray ones and an atomic purple one. None of the joysticks are perfect, but they're not horrible. But that came with a nice stack of games here. First up, Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness. The new Tetris. 007 GoldenEye. Ocarina of Time. Mario Kart 64. Mario Party 2. NFL Blitz Special Edition, which has gone up in price a lot recently. And then Super Smash Bros. And for the whole bundle, I paid $70, which is a great deal. And then 2 more bundles here. The first one is coming from Mike Gartner. If you guys don't know him, which you probably do, but if you don't, there will be a link to his channel in the description. Definitely check him out. Not only does he have good videos and he gets like great pickups and everything like that, but he puts a lot of time editing his videos, and he'll have like different intros all the time, and you can tell he spent a lot of work on them, and just a very cool guy, very nice, so definitely check him out. But he did send a note here. He says, "Hey Coop, thanks for reaching out to me about another ridiculous Sega for Nintendo trade. Hope you enjoy your trip home. I'm sure these games can help you get there. Gartner, I killed Lassic." I don't know what that last part means. It might be a hockey reference, I'm not sure, but these are definitely helping me to get home. You guys remember I picked up a big Sega bundle not too long ago, and I traded some stuff that I was planning on selling to him for his collection, and he traded me stuff that I could sell in exchange for it. So very, very cool. This is our second big Nintendo for Sega trade that we've done. We did one in the past when I picked up a bunch of Genesis, Sega CD, and Master System stuff. And I'm sure we'll do another one if I find any more Sega stuff in the future. But first up, we have a disc only of Marvel vs. Capcom for the Dreamcast. Then we have this game here, which I'm actually keeping. There's some stickers on the case, but it is Kirby's Return to Dreamland for the Wii. There's a cool sticker up there. But I didn't have this game, and I've always wanted it, so I will be keeping this. Next up is a blue Game Boy Advance SP. No charger, but does work. Then we have a red Game Boy Advance SP, so got 2 of them in this video. This one works as well, but the battery is dead. You can see it flash on, but it's dead. No chargers with those, but that's fine. I have 1 extra, so I'll have to get another one somewhere or sell one without, but got those. Then we have GoldenEye for the N64. For the Super Nintendo, we have Donkey Kong Country, which unfortunately is plastered with some Blockbuster stickers. Then we have Pokemon Emerald version, which I already sold for like 13 or 14. Then we have Pokemon Diamond, cartridge only. Pokemon Blue version, which already sold for about 18. Then we have 2 DS games. First is Pokemon Soul Silver. It's just the cartridge and box, no manuals or anything. And then a complete Pokemon Black. And very cool. It's definitely going to help me in getting some spending money for when I'm home. I already do have my ticket, so now I'm just, whatever money I'm making now is going towards like game hunting while I'm there with non-tubers. And we're going to be making some videos, and we need to buy some stuff for that, which hopefully you guys will be excited for. We're planning on making a couple different videos, and it's going to be very cool. But thank you definitely, Mike Gartner, for the trade. I definitely appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the games. So the last bundle of stuff that I have here to show you is from the pawn shop. And I haven't gotten a lot of pawn shop pickups recently, but I hadn't gone in for about a week, and I went in, and not only was there new stuff for me to get, there was new stuff actually out, which usually never happens because I usually catch it all before they bring it out, and I just look at what's in the back. But I hadn't been there in a week, so there was some new stuff out, and I picked up a decent amount here. But first up, start with the PS2 games. And there's 4 of them here. The only one that I got to sell is Final Fantasy X-2. And this was $2. All the PS2 games were $2. The other 3 I got to keep. First up is Auto Modelista. Complete. Then 4x4 Evo. Complete. And this last one here, I thought that I already had it and I was getting it to sell, but when I got home I realized I didn't have it, so it's going in the collection even though it is missing the manual, but that is Samurai Warriors 2. So I kind of paid like a bundle price for everything. These are supposed to be $2, but I got like a discount at the end, so I'll just explain that at the end. But basically $2 each. Then I picked up a Berry Game Boy Color for $9.99, and that actually already sold for $22 or $23 on eBay. Then we have a Platinum Game Boy Advance in really good shape. This one was marked at $15, and I did pay $15, but since I got everything in a bundle, it was worth it, and I already sold this one for $18. So not much profit on that single item, but as a bundle, it works out. Next up, got a decent stack of Game Boy Advance games here, and I feel like one person traded all these in with the system, because there was a ton of new Game Boy Advance games, but first up is Kirby the Amazing Mirror. And we have Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Mario Kart Super Circuit. Boktai. Mega Man Battle Network 4, Blue Moon. Mega Man Battle Network 2, which is like a $20 game. Mega Man Battle Network 5, Team Colonel. And Mega Man Battle Network 5, Team Protoman. So, all the Game Boy Advance games were $4 each, but the way that I worked out the deal, they basically came to about $3 each, with the exception of like one of them. But really good deal on those. They're worth between like $8 and $15 each, and then the Mega Man Battle Network 2 is about $20. Then the last amount of games here I got are Nintendo 64. And this first one here, I've had it, but I traded my copy away. I traded my cartridge away in a YouTube trade, knowing that I would find another one, and I did, and it only cost me $3. That is Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. So this one is going back in the collection to complete my copy once again, and $3 is a really good deal on that. It's about a $15 or $20 game. The other 3 here were $10 each, and the only reason that they're that much is because of what they were, and you know, Kirby's popular, but it's not that popular, so the guy didn't really know. But these ones he knew are worth money, so $10 each is still a great deal. But they are Super Mario 64. Normally I wouldn't pay $10 for this, but if I look at it as $30 for the 3 of them, it's a great deal. So Mario 64. Then we have The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. And the last one is Super Smash Bros. So just for those 3, I should be able to sell them for about $70 to $80. So $30 for the 3 is a great deal. And for the whole bundle of everything that I got from the pawn shop, I paid $100 even with no tax. And it came out to like $109 or $110, but I offered $100, they said okay, which basically brings the Game Boy Advance games to about $3 each instead of $4, which is pretty good considering they're all, you know, worth a lot more than that. So that's everything I have to show you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Lots of cool stuff to add to the collection. Well, not lots, but a few things to add to the collection. And a good amount of stuff that I can sell and get some money for when I'm going home for Christmas. So that's it for this pickup video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.